Hello, everyone. Meghan Markle's recent foray into Hollywood has not gone as she might have hoped. The Duchess of Sussex, who left the British royal family to build a new life and brand in America, has encountered a series of setbacks that have left many questioning her strategy and her place in the entertainment industry. Her attempts to carve out a niche in Hollywood have been marked by missteps, missed opportunities, and a growing sense that her brand may be more of a liability than an asset. One of Meghan's most significant recent setbacks involves her attempt to trademark the name American Riviera Orchard. The venture, which was supposed to be a new line of products, was denied trademark rights due to a lack of proper research and preparation. This rejection was more than just a bureaucratic inconvenience. It was a public embarrassment that highlighted a pattern of poor planning and a lack of understanding of the complexities involved in building a brand in the competitive world of Hollywood. The decision to pursue trademark rights without adequate groundwork suggests a fundamental misunderstanding of the business landscape she's trying to enter. Instead of establishing herself as a serious entrepreneur, Meghan has inadvertently painted herself as someone who lacks the foresight and strategic thinking necessary to succeed. The rejection of her trademark application served as a public reminder that Hollywood, unlike the world of royalty, does not hand out opportunities based on titles or past fame. Success in Hollywood requires more than a famous name. It demands expertise, market knowledge, and the humility to seek out and listen to experienced advice. Meghan's attempts to promote her products, such as sending jars of strawberry jam to celebrities, have been met with a lukewarm response at best. Reports have surfaced that even Taylor Swift, a figure known for her own savvy brand management, discarded Meghan's jam without a second thought. This small but telling detail encapsulates the broader perception of Meghan in Hollywood, a figure trying desperately to break through but failing to connect in any meaningful way. The gesture of sending homemade jam might have seemed like a personal, down-to-earth marketing tactic, but it appears to have backfired. Instead of coming across as relatable or charming, the move was seen by many as a misguided attempt to push her way into Hollywood circles. It suggests a lack of understanding of the nuanced dynamics of the entertainment industry, where relationships are carefully curated and authenticity is valued over gimmicks. The jam incident has only added to the perception that Meghan is out of her depth and trying too hard to fit into a world that doesn't quite know what to make of her. Meghan's perceived arrogance and reluctance to seek expert guidance have also been widely criticized. In an industry where success often hinges on collaboration, mentorship, and learning from those who have come before, Meghan's approach has been seen as stubborn and short-sighted. Instead of aligning herself with established Hollywood players who could offer valuable insights and connections, Meghan has opted to go it alone, believing her name and fame would be enough to open doors. This refusal to seek expert advice has led to a series of missteps that have only damaged her brand further. From the trademark fiasco to the poorly received product promotions, it's clear that Meghan's strategy lacks the kind of grounded, informed planning that is essential for success in Hollywood. Her insistence on doing things her way, without acknowledging the need for a more nuanced understanding of the industry, has alienated many potential allies and reinforced the perception that she is difficult to work with. Perhaps the most significant blow to Meghan's Hollywood ambitions has been the fallout from her deals with Netflix and Spotify. The latter recently ended their contract with Meghan and Harry, reportedly labeling them as grifters, a term that suggests they were seen as more interested in taking money than in delivering meaningful content. The decision by Spotify to cut ties, despite the high-profile nature of their agreement, indicates a clear lack of faith in Meghan's ability to produce content that is both profitable and compelling. Rumors are now swirling that Netflix, too, is considering dropping Meghan due to her perceived unprofitability. If this comes to pass, it would be a significant setback for her brand and a public acknowledgement that her value as a content creator is not living up to expectations. Hollywood is an industry driven by results, and Meghan's inability to generate the kind of engagement or revenue that streaming giants like Netflix are looking for is a major red flag. These developments suggest that Meghan's initial appeal, based largely on her status as a former royal, is wearing thin. The industry seems to be coming to the conclusion that the substance simply isn't there to justify the investment. For Netflix and Spotify, the decision to cut ties or consider doing so is likely based on a cold, hard calculation. If Meghan's brand isn't generating the buzz or profits they anticipated, then there's little reason to continue the partnership. Another factor that has worked against Meghan in Hollywood is the perception that she is always pushing herself into the spotlight for the wrong reasons, whether it's through controversial interviews, public grievances, or poorly conceived marketing stunts. Meghan often seems more interested in being noticed than in building a brand with real substance. This constant push for attention has begun to wear thin, with many seeing her efforts as desperate rather than strategic. Hollywood values those who can contribute something unique and meaningful to the cultural conversation. Unfortunately for Meghan, her attempts to stay relevant often feel more like publicity stunts than genuine efforts to create content or products that people care about. This approach has led to growing skepticism and, in many cases, outright hostility from both the public and industry insiders who see her as a figure who takes more than she gives. One of the most damaging consequences of Meghan's relentless pursuit of the spotlight is brand fatigue. In a world where public attention spans are short and news stories emerge every minute, overexposure can quickly turn a once promising brand into one that people are tired of hearing about. Meghan's constant presence in the media, often for reasons that are seen as self-serving, has led to a saturation point where people are increasingly indifferent to her efforts. Brand fatigue is a serious issue in Hollywood, where staying relevant requires a delicate balance between visibility and mystery. Meghan's failure to strike this balance has made her brand feel overexposed and overplayed. The result is that many potential supporters, collaborators, and fans have simply tuned out, leaving her with a diminishing platform and fewer opportunities to make a meaningful impact. The term grifter is particularly damaging in Hollywood, where reputation is everything. To be labeled as such suggests that Meghan and Harry are seen as people who are more interested in taking advantage of opportunities than in contributing genuine value. This perception is especially damaging given the high expectations that surrounded their move to the United States. Many hoped that Meghan, with her experience as an actress and her platform as a former royal, would bring a fresh perspective to the entertainment industry. Instead, the label of grifter implies that Meghan has failed to deliver on her promises, opting instead for quick gains and superficial engagements. It suggests that she is more focused on leveraging her royal connections for personal gain than on building a sustainable, meaningful career in Hollywood. This is a narrative that could severely limit her future opportunities, as potential partners and collaborators may see her as a liability rather than an asset. Despite these setbacks, all is not necessarily lost for Meghan. Hollywood is a place where reinvention is always possible, but it requires a willingness to learn from past mistakes and adapt accordingly. If Meghan is serious about building a meaningful career in Hollywood, she needs to take a step back and reassess her approach. This might mean taking on smaller, less glamorous projects to build credibility, seeking out mentors who understand the industry, and focusing on creating content that speaks to people in a genuine and impactful way. One of the key lessons Meghan needs to learn is the importance of humility and collaboration. Hollywood is full of talented people with valuable insights and experience, and Meghan could benefit greatly from aligning herself with the right individuals who can help guide her efforts. She also needs to focus on substance over style, recognizing that true success in Hollywood comes from hard work, dedication, and a commitment to creating something of real value, not just from seeking the limelight. Meghan's current trajectory in Hollywood is uncertain, and the future of her brand depends largely on her willingness to change course and adopt a more strategic, thoughtful approach. She must recognize that Hollywood is not a place where one can simply demand attention or expect success based on name recognition alone. It is a fiercely competitive industry that rewards creativity, originality, and authenticity. If Meghan continues to push herself into the spotlight for the wrong reasons, she risks further damaging her brand and alienating those who might otherwise support her. However, if she can learn from her mistakes, seek out the right guidance, and focus on genuine contributions, there may still be a path forward. Hollywood loves a comeback story, but it requires self-awareness and a commitment to growth that Meghan has yet to fully demonstrate. Meghan Markle's Hollywood ambitions have been marked by more setbacks than successes, and her brand is now at a critical crossroads. Her perceived arrogance, refusal to seek expert advice, and constant push for the spotlight have led to a string of failures that have damaged her reputation and limited her opportunities. However, there is still time for Meghan to change course and rebuild her brand, but it will require humility, strategic thinking, and a genuine commitment to creating value rather than simply seeking attention. Thanks everyone for watching the video. For this fascinating case, I would like to know your thoughts. Please comment below. Especially, don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again.